Okay, let's go!
君ちゃんと前見て
Now this is a strong start. The classic, wonderful trope of running into a girl without paying attention just for us to see sudden panties. Not only that, she says, hentai? Oh! Every single trope hit. We're just missing the gust of wind being responsible for everything. Also, we have a clear line of sight to the underwear. No sort of censorship that the Chinese would be wanting in their videos. Unfortunately, Rika's underwear here is just not doing it for me. Simple, basic white underwear? Hell nah. This is all you're giving me? We were so close. We were right there. Also, episode 6? Consider yourself lucky that I stuck around this long to even see this. I was lukewarm, flaccid for the entirety of the show until this point. I think that drops it down to a B tier. I must admit, receiving a skirt flip in a villainous genre show in and of itself is a magical occurrence. We must provide respect to the director Norio Nita for trailblazing new heights for the villainous genre. Implementing such high bar taste into this show is really making me feel like an affinity for this man himself. However, this is where my respect for you ends, Norio Nita. The skirt flip is the beautiful symphony between the embarrassment, tasteful partial nudity, and the entire scenario in which it occurs. Sure, our villainess is giving us the wholesome innocence we want to see from our shoujos, but where are the panties? Are you telling me those bloomers are supposed to be the embarrassing panty reveal? Fuck no! Do you know what's worse than receiving nothing? Being told you're going to receive something and then not receiving it at all. I'm barely half-mast right now. F tier. Alright, now this show was made for the skirt flip. We literally have the human embodiment of the tease in Nagatoro. If this show didn't have a skirt flip, you can bet that a crime against humanity might be committed by yours truly. Also, just look at how amazing the setup is here for this scenario. It does really look like Nagatoro is only going to tease him once he's stuck inside the hula hoop with her. But then, BAM! Panties. Christopher Nolan himself wouldn't be able to make a plot twist this impressive. Also, let's appreciate the movement in the scene. Usually in skirt flips, they keep the shot relatively stable so that we're not distracted from admiring the view, but they managed to pull it off. But we have to talk about the panties again. Seriously? Generic white panties on Nagatoro? You're telling me this gal is following only the textbook definition of the skirt flip? And don't tell me some stuff like, oh, Tyson, it's about the gap. Shut up! I don't care about the gap! I want more! Give me more! We are now analyzing one of the classics of our time. Blessed be the deliverer of all ecchi that we could ever ask for. While I could pull from many more examples, I had to keep our list concise. And I'm sure you diligent observers have noticed, but we finally have had the famous Kya in one of our skirt flips. Truly, what is the skirt flip without the appropriate response? Moving beyond the beautiful cries of this young shoujo, we also have the classic slip right into her panties moment. And the way they edge you into believing that it would be censored is truly a work of art. Like the perfect rage bait, they have you assume that this fuck-ass's head is the only thing between you and those panties. Then we cut into the skirt and we see both the man and the panty. But therein lies the problem. I don't want to see the guy in this shot. In fact, it looks like he's looking at me, like he's judging me. Stop it, stop! Stop looking up! What a spin! This is a change to the classic skirt flipping formula that big anime doesn't want you to know about. When have you ever seen a girl do a wrestling finisher move on a dog, resulting in her doing a handstand with the dog betwixt her legs and her panties full on visible in front of literal children? Admittedly, this scene does lack the lucky pervert usually found in these sorts of scenes, but I can take mercy upon the avant-garde. Also, we have a great shot of the panty in full view. However, may I draw your attention specifically towards the design of the panty? It's not simply just a basic colored pattern, but it has a little yellow bow to draw your attention to it. Clearly, graphic design was their passion. A tier.
実はリコもパンツ履いてないんだ。じゃあ行くね、バイビー。
Now this is truly a work of art. The girl just told us about her tendency to go commando all the time. And just as our curiosity is piqued on whether or not she's being serious, the show edges us and feeds our delusions. Now this is the perfect combination of narrative storytelling and shot composition. The shot happens so quickly and from such a far away distance that we cannot accurately tell if she's telling us the truth or not. That little white we see right here could be the panties, but it also could be the frilly white edges of her dress. And although I could turn to the original manga to confirm or deny for all of us here, just the mere thought of what could be underneath is getting me rock hard. S tier. Now I know what most of you are thinking. Tyson, you're missing out on one of the most famous skirt flips. I know, it's okay, okay? Jesus Christ, did your parents not ever teach you patience? Of course, all of you guys have been waiting for...
Oh, do you feel the breeze from the subway? Isn't it delicious?
We have the class, we have the taste, and we have that moment when I was a kid and it made me wonder why my pee-pee was hard. Tropes usually take a while to reach their peak. We have to keep building on the previous foundations in order to really reach perfection. But never has something been so right so quickly. Marilyn Monroe is an easy S tier. You know, an SS tier. It's above everything else. Nothing else even bothers comparing. Alright, bye.